What's up, everybody, and welcome back. Man, we have got NFL playoff predictions. Ooh, baby, yes, sir. Oh man, it's gonna be a good one. And basically, how I'm gonna do it is that I was thinking about maybe just doing the wild card for the wild card week, but I kind of want to get my full bracket out of the way and then look back on it, and then I kind of want to do it every single week until the Super Bowl, and I just have the Super Bowl to do. So, yeah, I guess that could just be an interesting and fun way and maybe lengthen these videos a bit. But yeah, I do want to say first before we get into it, I've been exploding. I have nearly had 500 subscribers just because this one video exploded. And if you want to go check it out, I might put it at the at the end. But yeah, I don't know. It's been awesome. Thank you guys so much for the support. And let's get to 500, Why not? Let's get there. That'd be epic. But yeah, I guess let's just get right into playoff predictions for the NFL. Week 19, I guess, is what it is, but yeah. And first of all, we have the Cleveland Browns heading down to Houston for the Texans. I mean, I was joking when earlier in the season when these two teams played that I said that this would become a historical matchup for decades to come because of Deshaun Watson. No, I guess it's now C.J. Stroud and Joe Flacco. But yeah, I think it's fairly simple for this one. I could see the Texans winning. They have been incredible, just all around, really. And I could 1,000% see the Texans winning. But the Browns overall do have more playoff experience. Joe Flacco has much more playoff experience. And, bro, it's playoff Joe Flacco, and I don't want to bet against that beast. But honestly, Texans could win, but they're way too young. A rookie quarterback making the playoffs, first of all, pretty dang impressive. Winning the division, first of all, pretty dang impressive. Winning a playoff game, holy crap, that's a superstar. So, yeah, honestly, I could see C.J. Stroud getting it done, but Browns, honestly, I think are too good for the Texans. But now for another rematch of earlier this season, we got the Miami Dolphins and the Kansas City Chiefs. They played in Germany earlier this year, and this is also the Tyreek Hill rematch game. And yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm pretty sure the Chiefs won in Germany. That one huge play that wasn't it Tyreek Hill that fumbled or something like that. But oh my God, it's going to be freezing in Kansas City. I believe it's supposed to be 0 degrees and a -9 wind chill. I mean, it's not too bad, but it's for the Miami Dolphins, yeah, that's pretty tough weather for them, especially coming out of Miami. But yeah, it's going to be such a good game, and it's tough because I really feel like the Dolphins are going to, they have to win some sort of playoff game, right? They got to, but going into KC, freezing weather against playoff Patrick Mahomes, I don't want to bet against him. KC, playoff Mahomes. Chiefs are more dysfunctional than they usually are, but Patrick Mahomes has brought them to their 11 wins, isn't it? He is the sole reason that offense functions, which is what a quarterback should be. But you got to have playmakers on the outside, and the Chiefs don't besides Travis Kelce, and he carries all of them, which is very impressive because he gets them the ball. They have to do the job of catching, but I guess he's just too freaking good. So, yeah, I think Chiefs are going to win, but, again, it would not be surprised if Dolphins win, but that would be kind of crazy. But next up for the rest of the AFC wildcard, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Buffalo Bills. I'm pretty sure these teams also played earlier this season. I could be wrong, but I do know that they played in Week 1 a few years ago, and the Steelers surprisingly won. So, yeah, that happened. But dude, come on. Bills, yeah, you've had your playoff stuff, but this is a terrible Pittsburgh Steelers team, and as long as you can get past their defense, which Josh Allen is perfectly viable at doing, they're going to be just fine. Also, Kenny Pickett is allotted one good drive per game, and that's all that the Steelers can ride off winning because their defense is so freaking good, and it's just not happening this time. The Steelers got insanely lucky to even get in. Frick you, Jaguars. You should have goddamn won. And it's tough that the Steelers do have to make it in. But unfortunately for all of us, they are here. And that means that they're going to be losing first round, as is expected. So, yeah. Moving on to the NFC. we got the Philadelphia Eagles heading to Tampa Bay. Now, I am an Eagles fan, and the past 6 weeks have been disappointing. And I want to see what we do here, because the Buccaneers just won a game by scoring 9 points and against the Carolina Panthers, where the Panthers for the second straight week got 0 points. So, yeah, the Buccaneers aren't exactly hot right now, but they're a team that can certainly win. Remember, they destroyed the Jaguars a few weeks ago, and they can beat good teams, but I mean, based off of what they met earlier in the season, and with the Eagles having the mindset of that they are 0-0 and they're resetting, I think we're going to go back to those earlier days, and Buccaneers have a chance because it's a home playoff game. Last time it happened against the Eagles, of course the Eagles lost, but that was Jalen Hurts' first season starting. So yeah, I think Eagles are going to win, and of course I'm hoping for them to win, and I think they should win because the NFC South, let's be realistic, shouldn't even have a playoff football team, but here we are. So yeah, I do have confidence in the Eagles, and if we can reset, go back to week 1, and just go from there, I think we'll be fine. But yeah, I'm taking the Eagles against the Buccaneers. But next up, oh my god, bro, these matchups just keep getting better and better and better. Oh my god, we got Matthew Stafford revenge game against the Detroit Lions in Detroit. Oh my god. I mean, Rams are a very good team. Lions are a very good team. And it's so interesting because a few years ago, the Rams won the Super Bowl, but this is not the same team, let's be honest. I mean, they still have Cooper Kupp, they still have Aaron Donald, they still have Matthew Stafford, but a lot of the other old guys, like, Andrew Whitworth and some of the other guys are gone, and they're left with a lot of rookies, I mean, Tyler Higbee is not exactly a rookie, but, Puka Nacua, Kyron Williams, 2 freaking Pro Bowlers that are, I mean, Puka's the best rookie wide receiver statistically in NFL history, going against, I forgot to even mention, Sam Laporta, who is unfortunately out for this game, but he is, I'm pretty sure, in at least 1 or 2 categories, the best rookie tight end in NFL history. So, Jesus Christ, these teams are young, and honestly, Sean McVay's awesome, Dan Campbell's awesome. This is just going to be a hell of a matchup, and it's so hard to bet against either team, but just with the Lions, home field advantage, they have more wins, and I think that's what it boils down to, and that they were more successful in past weeks, and I think that's going to be the reason I'm picking them, but this is like a dream matchup, and either of them can win, so yeah, it's tough, but yeah. Now, for another very, very interesting revenge game, as we got Mike McCarthy hosting the Green Bay Packers, and, I mean, honestly, if Jordan Love, with as hot as he is, probably one of the hottest quarterbacks in the NFL right now, if he can keep it up against the Cowboys' defense, and Joe Barry and his defense can hold up for at least a drive or two, the Packers could win. And I'm not, like, saying that, like, that's, like, very, very, very possible. And, of course, Cowboys, if they win here, they're going to lose next week, no matter who they play. But yeah, it's interesting. Like, it just depends if Dak Prescott and his slant passes to CeeDee Lamb are going to be stopped by Joe Barry. Because if the Packers can stop CeeDee Lamb and, stop some other downfield plays like Brandon Cooks, and Jordan Love continues to be the freaking 3rd generation of Brett Favre, the Packers could win. And it's like, whoa, it's like so possible. And, I mean, last time Packers were in Dallas for a playoff game, it didn't go too well for the Cowboys, so yeah. But it's so interesting. But, yeah, I don't know, it's so tough. Especially because I freaking hate the Cowboys. And I really want the Packers to win, so it makes it even harder for me to choose against the Packers. And I'm going to be cheering for them all day long. But I think it's just, bro, I feel like I really want to take the Packers, but it's just too much of a risk with Joe Barry's defense, because if they just let the Cowboys score every single drive, which is probably going to happen and probably realistically should happen, yeah, Cowboys should probably win, but I don't know, man. It's not going to matter for either team because both of them are going to lose next week if either of them wins, just because the Packers are so freaking young and there's 0% chance they're making it to the championship game because their team is basically just a rookie combined. And the Cowboys obviously not going to make a championship game until big Jerry Jones dies and is buried. But yeah, man, it's tough. But unfortunately, I don't like it, but I'm going to have to choose the Cowboys. It's sad. I really hate it. I'm actually disgusted with myself. But I'm going to work on that, work on myself for the future because it's a tough decision. But if I want to get it right, it's just... it sucks that it's more realistic, and I don't know, man. But I'm going to leave it at that, but yeah, it's tough. And now let's quickly go through the divisional round, and then the championship, and then the Super Bowl for my bracket right now based off of the wild card. First of all, we got the Chiefs and the Bills. Hypothetically, if they were to play here, it would be in Buffalo, and that would be very interesting, and I would take the Bills. I'm just being honest. Chiefs, not the team that they used to be, and Bills, very freaking good. Now, on to the Browns and the Ravens. Oh, this is actually very tough, and they're going to play their hearts out because it's an AFC North divisional game. So, yeah, but I think I would take the Ravens in this one, which I think is very possible, but I could also definitely see the Browns winning. Now, for the Lions and the Cowboys. Lions, I think just because the Cowboys can't make it to the championship game, I could definitely see Dan Campbell pulling some stuff there, especially if he wants revenge against the refs because they did give the Cowboys the game earlier, and the Cowboys lost, but unfortunately the refs decided no, that's not what the script says, and they forced a win, just like in Madden, on the Cowboys. I think he's going to be wanting his revenge there. For the Eagles and the Niners, however, this gets very interesting, as it fully depends on how the Eagles play in the division or in the wild card. Because if they play like they did in week 1 and to week 11 or something, the team that beat the Bills, the team that beat the Chiefs, the team that beat the Cowboys, Eagles I think are winning. But based off of right now from where we are, I think I have to do the Niners. I'm not happy, and I don't think it's going to happen. I think realistically the Eagles would win this if, of course, they win the wild card and, all that, and, look good, which is very possible. But based off of what we've seen, I think I'm going to have to go with the Niners. But for the championship games, it would be the Bills and the Ravens and the Lions and the Niners. And I would have to pick the Ravens and the Niners. And for the Super Bowl, this would be crazy. There's no way this is going to happen just because, all those stupid people that say all of the Super Bowl logos are the same color. It's not going to happen, but I believe that I would pick the Baltimore Ravens to win the Super Bowl. That's my picks for the wild card weekend. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. See ya.